All right, let's talk about AI. If you've spent any time with these tools, you've heard this a million times, right? It's all about the prompt. You've got to write the perfect prompt. But what if that's not the whole story? What if the real secret to getting incredible results is something else entirely? Well, today we're going to talk about that secret, and it's all about a little thing called context.
So to really get this, we've got to start with a problem, a frustration that I am absolutely sure you've felt when a chat with an AI just suddenly goes completely off the rails.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You're in the zone, you're deep into a project, and bam! The AI spits out something totally bizarre. It's like it completely forgot what you were just talking about 5 minutes ago. So what is going on there? And your first instinct every single time is, I must have messed up the prompt. You think maybe I wasn't clear enough, maybe I should have phrased it differently. And look, a good prompt is important, for sure. But it's usually not the real reason things go sideways.
Because the real game changer, the skill that truly levels you up from a casual user to a pro, isn't just about what you say to the AI. It's about what the AI is thinking about. It's about managing its memory. It's about managing context.
Okay, I know. Context sounds kind of techy and abstract, so let's make it super simple. Let's use an analogy. Think about working with AI like you're in the kitchen making a big pot of soup.
I mean, how do you make soup? First, you gather your ingredients, right? Your carrots, your broth, your spices. Then you've got your recipe. That's your plan. You follow the steps. You keep an eye on things. And in the end, hopefully, you get something delicious. Well, believe it or not, talking to an AI is a lot like that. And here's where it really clicks, especially if you're a developer. The ingredients? That's not just your prompt. It's your entire code base, the files you have open. The recipe? That's your game plan, your to-do list. And that tasty soup you're making? That's the clean working code you want the AI to generate. See the parallel?
All right, so now that we've got the kitchen analogy down, let's actually look under the hood. What is this context? Technically speaking, what's going on inside the AI's brain?
The easiest way to think about context is this. It's the AI's working memory. Just imagine a giant invisible notepad where every single thing that's been said in your conversation gets written down. That is the context. But what exactly gets written on that notepad? It's not just your prompts. It's actually a mix of 4 key ingredients that all get bundled together. Let's break them down.
First, you've got something called the system prompt. You can't see this, but it's always there. Think of it like the chef's personal notes on the recipe. It's instructions from the people who made the AI, telling it things like, hey, you're a helpful assistant, or your job is to write clean code. It sets the stage for everything else.
Then, obviously, there's your prompt. That's your part. Your questions, your code snippets, your instructions. And here's the cool thing to remember. This isn't just text anymore. With a lot of models, you can literally drop in a screenshot of an error, and that image becomes part of the conversation, part of the context.
Now this part is really smart. Your coding tool can also automatically add stuff to the context for you. Things like the file you're currently working on, or maybe the output from your terminal. It's like having a little helper that knows to grab all the relevant documents before you even ask.
So, we've got the system prompt, our prompts, and all that extra info from our tools. But there's one more piece, the AI's own answers. And this is where things get tricky, because that notepad we talked about, it isn't infinite. It's constantly growing.
This is really the key challenge. It's just like talking to a person. You can only keep so much in your brain at one time. If you've been talking for hours, you're not going to remember word for word what was said right at the beginning. And AI is no different.
And this is so important to get. Every single message, what you say and what the AI says back, gets tacked on to the end of this long-running list. It just grows and grows and grows. And that's why long conversations can start to get weird and confused. The AI is literally running out of short-term memory.
Okay, so if the AI's memory is finite, what do we do about it? How do we work around this? Well, this is the moment where you evolve. You stop being just a prompter, and you start becoming a context manager. Every single AI model has a hard cap on its memory, called the context limit or context window. Once that invisible notepad is full, that's it. The model literally can't take in any more information for that conversation. It is full.
You'll see this measured in something called tokens. You can think of a token as just a piece of a word. So a model might have a limit of, say, 128,000 tokens. And yeah, that sounds like a massive number. But when you're working on a big project with tons of code and a long chat history, you can burn through that limit way faster than you'd think.
The good news is we're not flying blind here. Good AI tools are designed to help you manage this.
They'll often have a little meter that shows you how full the context is getting. Some even have really slick features that will automatically summarize the beginning of the chat to make room for new stuff.
So here's the bottom line, the big takeaway. As AI gets deeper and deeper into our daily work, especially for complex stuff like software engineering, just writing a good prompt isn't going to cut it. The skill that will really matter, the thing that will make you truly effective, is understanding and managing this context.
And that leaves us with one final thought. The next time you sit down to work with an AI, ask yourself this. Are you just thinking about the next thing you're going to type? Or are you thinking about the whole conversation? Are you just a prompter? Or are you a context manager?